Not even gonna do that. I don't want that to show.
Hey, adrenaline junkies. Welcome to Mind Rush. Get ready to dive into heart-pounding chases, jaw-dropping action, and the most thrilling moments caught on camera. Let's get your heart racing. On July 25th, 2023 in Dallas, Texas, officers with the Northwest Covert and Crime Response Team were watching a stolen U-Haul truck on El Centro Drive. They saw 41-year-old Ryan Taylor climb in and immediately reverse straight into a covert police vehicle hard enough to deploy the airbags. Before officers could box him in, he sped off through side streets and onto the Dallas North Tollway. It was clear he wasn't planning to return this rental the normal way.
Westbound Finesse?
Going westbound on Finesse towards Marsh Lane.
Northbound on Post?
Just turn northbound on Post.
You have Chase?
10-4, he rammed a covert vehicle.
Fuck!
Shit! Highway on DNT. We're still southbound on Dallas North Tollway.
Fuck, dude.
If somebody can get me that plate so I can put the registration info on there.
I don't have.
We need to notify the tollway of what kind of vehicle, etc.
Taylor pushed the truck through traffic, hitting vehicle after vehicle as officers stayed behind him. For 13 minutes, he refused to stop, weaving, ramming cars, and using the tollway like a demolition course. At this point, his getaway plan was aging like expired milk. Even after exiting the tollway, he kept crashing into more vehicles while trying to outrun the pursuing units. The chase stayed active as officers waited for the moment he ran out of room.
We're in the exit lane for Wycliffe. Just took the Wycliffe exit. Gonna be going westbound at 2500 Wycliffe, coming up to me. Fuck up, sir. Don't fuck up. Don't be stupid.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
North 6700 Lemon. Wrecked out, just wrecked out. Hit one vehicle. Let's get somebody to check him out.
Tell the fucking ground police! Police, stop! Shots fired! Drop the fucking gun! Drop the fucking gun! Show me your fucking hands! Show me your fucking hands! Crawl out here! Crawl out here! Crawl out here! Land on your fucking stomach! Land on your fucking stomach!
That moment came when Taylor smashed into the center median, hit a tree, and wrecked near a private hangar on Lemon Avenue. He bailed from the U-Haul and sprinted toward an open bay door with officers right behind him. Inside, he turned and fired 2 rounds at Officer Kenan Craven, who returned fire and struck Taylor in the leg. Taylor was taken into custody and transported to a hospital, and officers recovered the stolen handgun he had used. Despite the chaos and the trail of wrecked cars, no officers or civilians were reported injured. Charges: aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, aggravated assault of a public servant, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, evading arrest in a vehicle. What started with a stolen U-Haul turned into a rolling wrecking spree across Dallas. Taylor tried ramming cars, running through a hangar, and even opening fire, none of which improved his situation. In the end, he ran out of road, luck, and options. The charges, however, stacked up just fine. On June 25, 2025, in Miami-Dade County, Florida, a state trooper working alongside Homeland Security spotted a gray Toyota RAV4 on Northwest 87th Avenue. The driver, later identified as 36-year-old Nelson Jose Gomez Leon, was awkwardly trying to pull a seatbelt across his chest as he approached a red light. When Leon turned onto the SR-836 entrance ramp, the trooper activated his lights for a traffic stop. Leon initially pulled over, but only long enough to change his mind and take off.
Take it up! Pick it up! Pick it up!
Leon accelerated hard, heading eastbound on SR-836 and then diving onto the southbound exit ramp of SR-826. At this point, it was obvious he wasn't interested in discussing seatbelt safety. The trooper informed dispatch that the pursuit was active and stayed close behind him. Leon weaved and tried to outrun units, but his escape plan was holding together about as well as his driving.
That was RT, somebody chasing from the north. Somebody from the north is chasing into the south.
Pit!
The trooper positioned behind the RAV4 and executed a pit maneuver, sending the vehicle rotating into an RV before it spun back into the concrete barrier. As Leon tried to regain control, officers made intentional contact with the passenger side to keep him pinned. Instead of using the door, Leon climbed out through the driver's side window and jumped the barrier wall, sprinting into the northbound lanes of SR-826. The trooper deployed his taser but missed, and HSI agents ultimately caught Leon a short distance away. He was medically cleared at HCA Florida Doral Emergency Center before being taken to jail. Charges: fleeing and eluding. resisting an officer traffic violations, seatbelt, reckless driving. A simple seatbelt violation turned into a chase down 2 major highways, a pit maneuver, and a foot sprint over a barrier wall. Leon tried driving, spinning, and even window exiting his way out of trouble. None of it worked. In the end, he ran out of roadway and options, but not charges. September 28, 2025, Jackson County, Arkansas. Trooper Russell clocks a small car doing 70 in a 60 on Highway 167. He hits the lights expecting a normal stop, but driver Sean Crow has zero interest in talking. Crow slams the gas and rockets northbound at 130 miles per hour, blowing straight into White County. Crow swerves into oncoming lanes near Seiler Road, then dives into back roads at insane speeds. Scoggins Road, Babb Road, Highway 157, and Roosevelt Road. A failed TVI attempt doesn't slow him down. He hits Highway 87, then charges up Kemp Dakota Road, hitting nearly 100 miles per hour. Even on Wagon Wheel Road, Crow keeps pushing like he's running from gravity itself.
It's a dead end. Be careful.
Out of nowhere, Crow jumps out of the moving car and bolts into the woods. The empty vehicle drifts into a group of small trees and stops. Trooper Russell pulls the passenger, Cameron Steps, out and arrests him. Inside the car, marijuana, a stun gun, a cold open beer. Steps is taken to jail. Crow escapes on foot but faces felony charges through affidavit. The driver, Sean Crow, was charged with felony fleeing, reckless driving, speeding, no seat belt, suspended license. The passenger, Cameron Steps, was charged with drinking on a highway, open container in a vehicle, a 130-mile-per-hour sprint, a jump out of a moving car, and the passenger goes to jail, and Crow leaves behind a tree-parked car and a stack of charges. On June 23, 2023, in Marion County, Florida, deputies responded to the Take 5 oil change on South Highway 441 after a man reported his gray Nissan Sentra had been stolen from a nearby car wash. The car was last seen heading north, and BlackVue officer Hunt soon spotted it near Southeast 110th Street. Deputies moved in and identified the driver as 56-year-old Majed Hack. When Sergeant Tim Liberatore tried to stop him, Hack steered into a gas station like he was about to comply, and then immediately decided otherwise.
If he runs, I gotta go. Don't help out.
Everybody calling. There you go. Air 179, we'll call it. They're in the parking lot going around warehouse north of the gas station, the surface gas.
Amazing.
Great, you said there, unit call it.
10-4, units 31, Air 1 calling it.
Alright, if y'all set up around the perimeter of that business, they can't go and get out. Hailing on foot, eastbound, towards the railroad track.
Stay in your car! Stay in your car! Stay in your car! Here! Stay in your car! Here! That way! That way! Here comes K9! You're on the restaurant on the snow! Park that man! Park it! Here! Park it! Park that man! Park it! Park it! Park it! Park it! Park it! Park it! Get on the ground! I'm on the ground! Get on the ground! I'm on the ground! Come on, man! Ah, come on, man. Get on the ground! Come on! Roll over to your stomach! Hey, roll to your stomach! Take him off me! Roll to your stomach! Off me! Get on your stomach! Come on, man! Put your hands behind your back! Put your hands behind your back! Put your hands behind your back! Okay! Put your hands behind your back! Other one! Now! Now! Let go! Put your hands behind your back! Alright, get him off! Help me!
Hack bailed out of the stolen Sentra and ran across the tracks, but K9 Corporal Jarek Donnelly and K9 Carrier were right behind him. After a short sprint, Carrier caught up and brought him down, ending the chase on foot. A search revealed drug paraphernalia in Hack's pocket, along with a backpack containing marijuana and meth packaged for sale. Deputies also confirmed he was driving on a suspended license with multiple prior convictions. Hack was taken into custody and booked into the Marion County Jail. Charges: fleeing to elude burglary of a conveyance, grand theft of a motor vehicle, possession of methamphetamine with intent to sell, possession of marijuana with intent to sell, driving with a suspended license, habitual offender, resisting arrest without violence, possession of drug paraphernalia. A stolen car turned into a foot chase, and a foot chase turned into a K9 assisted takedown. Hack tried driving, running, and even hiding behind a bad plan. None of it worked. In the end, he ran out of road and tracks, but not charges.
Turn the car off now! Turn your car off. Turn your car off.
On January 27th in Lathrop, California, officers responded to a domestic violence call on Shadywood Avenue involving 40-year-old Juan Valdez. When officers arrived, Valdez immediately fled, turning the call into a vehicle pursuit.
Westbound on Shadywood.
Copy, westbound Shadywood.
northbound Havenwood.
That you tried to show them last night. And we're going to be going westbound Castlewood, 815.
Copy, westbound Castlewood.
Northbound Rosewood, 15 miles an hour, no pedestrian traffic. And stand by for the next turn. We're going to be going westbound on Rock. It's just he's going the wrong way for a second here.
Copy, westbound Rock, and we have the train unit that was 21.
Just tried to 245 Boy 13 with this vehicle. We're going to be on southbound 5 on-ramp from Ross Road.
Copy, southbound I-5 from Rock.
Boy 13, his tire's coming apart.
Copy, tire coming apart.
Yeah, foot bailing.
Across towards the Mini, trying to carjack somebody.
I copy, he's booked in a lane and there's units covering one for the DOT.
He's trying to carjack a victim vehicle, holding on.
Be trying to contact the victim vehicle. What's the description?
Shot, dude! Hey! You're gonna get shot! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Shots fired, shots fired.
Don't move! Sir. Don't move! Ah, bro, you shoot!
Move forward! Behind your back. EMS code 3, I-5 south, just south of Louise.
With his vehicle barely hanging together, Valdez tried to carjack another driver on the interstate. Footage shows him clinging to the side of the victim's vehicle as it moved down the roadway. Not exactly the safest transportation method. The victim pulled over on the shoulder, trying to escape the situation as Valdez attempted to force his way inside. At this point, whatever plan Valdez had was unraveling about as fast as his tire. As Valdez tried to enter the victim's car through the passenger door, an officer fired 2 shots, ending his attempt to take the vehicle. Valdez was immediately taken into custody and transported to a hospital for treatment. Once cleared, he was booked into the San Joaquin County Jail. Despite the chaos on the interstate, no victims or officers were reported injured. Valdez was charged with carjacking, false imprisonment, resisting arrest. A domestic violence call turned into a chase, a blown tire, and a desperate attempt at carjacking on Interstate 5. Valdez ran out of road, out of options, and out of borrowed vehicles to grab onto. In the end, the only place he was heading was the county jail. On January 8, 2025 in Thurston County, Washington, Olympia police got a flock LPR hit on a vehicle linked to a drug dealer known to carry a handgun. Officers followed him down I-5 while calling in the Thurston County Sheriff's Office for backup, and tonight TCSO wasn't short on help. They had over 20 deputies on, multiple K-9s, and more grappler-equipped units than this guy ever wanted to see in his rear view. When deputies tried to pull him over, he chose the not today option and hit the gas.
Units will be on a code 10. Also will be on a code 10.
5-8, I'm going to try to get him around this corner.
Take him down, take him down. One for a grapple at Maytown. K9's in the pursuit. Got it on westbound Maytown Road, speed to 76 miles an hour, and heading southbound on Case, light traffic.
Now southbound on Case for Maytown, light traffic, 1849.
16, see if Smokey's up.
Fish on, fish on.
If you go go, let the dog go. There's 1-5, no Smokey.
Just a couple minutes in, deputies got their timing right. The grappler deployed cleanly, locking onto the rear wheel and bringing the suspect's car to a safe stop without so much as a scratch to the patrol vehicle. K9 Asher helped take the driver into custody, and deputies immediately spotted an empty holster along with drug paraphernalia inside the car. After a warrant was granted, they found narcotics, scales, and baggies, basically the starter pack for someone who shouldn't have been giving driving advice. When asked what you're supposed to do when police turn on their lights, he confidently replied, "Hit the gas." Not the answer they were hoping for. Charges: possession of narcotics with intent to deliver, attempting to elude multiple warrants, including dock escape and violating a DV protection order. In the end, the pursuit lasted barely 2 minutes, but the paperwork is going to last him a lot longer. The grappler worked perfectly, the deputies worked efficiently, and the suspect learned that hit the gas is not an accepted police procedure, but it is a fast track to the county jail. On June 24, 2023, in Little Rock, Arkansas, Trooper Bird pulled in behind a maroon Chevrolet Caprice on the eastbound service road near University Avenue.
1037, Adam John. Stand by. And stop it. Adam John 10 William. Driver, turn the car off now!
As Bird approached to conduct the traffic stop, the driver suddenly hit the gas instead of turning the vehicle off. In a split second, the calm stop turned into a high-speed decision the driver definitely didn't think through. Bird returned to his cruiser and the chase was officially on.
Crossing Garden Springs, getting on the 30 eastbound.
The Caprice blasted toward Geyer Springs, running a red light at full speed as Bird stayed close behind. The driver weaved, pushed the car hard, and turned off the headlights in a not-so-brilliant attempt to disappear on I-30 eastbound. At this point, it was clear he wasn't planning to stop until something, or someone, stopped him. The pursuit continued down the interstate as the Caprice kept stacking up traffic violations like trading cards.
Crashed out at 65th and 30. On the interstate? Interstate?
Front and left and down for a bridge.
He said he got on the interstate. He ran to get back on the westbound toward the interstate. I've got him on the service road. The black male, white shirt. Road going toward Coca-Cola.
Get on the ground now! Get on the ground! I'm not playing with you! Get on the ground!
The chase ended the moment the driver took the 65th Street exit too fast, left the roadway, and plowed through several signs before slamming into a culvert. The car came to a disabled stop, and the driver bailed out on foot. Bird chased him down and caught him a short distance away without further trouble. The suspect was taken to Baptist Health for medical clearance and booked into the Pulaski County Jail shortly after. Crash photos at the end of the footage show exactly how the Caprice's night ended. Charges: felony fleeing on foot, criminal mischief, reckless driving, failure to stop at a red light, speeding 15 plus over, no headlights at night, leaving the scene of an accident. A simple stop turned into a fast sprint through Little Rock and a final crash off the exit ramp. The suspect tried running the car, the lights, and the foot chase. None of it worked. By the end, he ran out of road and excuses, but not charges. On July 13, 2023, in Ocala, Florida, Deputy Ricketts spotted a vehicle with fresh body damage driving northbound in the southbound lane of Northeast Jacksonville Road. Behind the wheel was 19-year-old Jeremiah Lewis, who wasn't exactly treating the roadway like a two-way street. When Ricketts activated his lights to pull him over, Lewis whipped a sudden U-turn and took off at high speed. It was clear he wasn't planning to stick around and discuss his driving choices.
10-4.
BlackVue driver.
10-4, 10-33. Or 1031 southbound 35th Ave. Southbound 25th Ave. 10-4. Pittsdale.
Come behind and we're westbound 14th Street. We're 25th Avenue.
10-4, westbound 14th Street. West 97, I'm just waiting for my camera to cool down. 10-4, 97.
Lewis pushed the vehicle through the neighborhood recklessly, hitting a light pole and a stop sign along the way. Inside the car, a backseat passenger kept opening the door in a desperate attempt to get him to stop. At this point, whatever plan Lewis had was falling apart fast.
Alright, he's off the tire. He's on standby.
10-4, lost tire.
On 32nd Avenue.
10-4 on 32nd Avenue.
I can't fit him in the side, so
Deputies stopped Lewis with a pit maneuver after a reckless chase. He ran but was quickly caught. 6 juveniles, ages 12 to 16, were in the stolen car and said they'd begged him to stop but weren't allowed out. Parents confirmed he took the kids without permission and the vehicle belonged to his grandmother. A family member told him he'd endangered everyone and picked the wrong county. Lewis now faces multiple charges, including aggravated fleeing, child abuse, false imprisonment, interference with custody, grand theft, and more. On March 11, 2024, in Fayette County, Georgia, deputies spotted a silver Honda Civic that had been carjacked at gunpoint earlier that morning. Investigator Fisher located the vehicle near Highway 85 South and Stonewall Avenue and alerted the rest of the units in the area. With multiple deputies closing in, Fisher prepared to initiate a felony stop. But before they could bring it to a clean halt, the driver decided he had other plans and took off.
Passing Hopeton Terrace. Someone stay at the entrance. He's going to try to come back around. $10.50 at the end of the street. It's going through a yard, coming back out.
Sergeant Aiken moved into the lead as the Civic barreled forward, smashing through road signs, mailboxes, and even another vehicle. At this point, it was obvious the driver wasn't treating this like a stolen car, more like a rental he didn't have to return.
We're almost back to the entrance. $10.50.
The chase ended when the stolen Civic stopped and the driver jumped out holding a gun. Surrounded by deputies and Fayetteville Public Safety, he quickly surrendered. Officers then learned he was just 14 and already facing charges in DeKalb County. The gun was secured, the Civic recovered, and he was taken to a juvenile facility. Charges: theft by receiving, fleeing, possession of a firearm during a felony, possession of a firearm by a minor, a carjacking, a chase, and a firearm, all by someone barely in high school. He ran out of road fast, and the consequences came even faster. On May 7, 2025, in Seattle, Washington, a state patrol trooper tried pulling over 21-year-old Victor A. Hernandez Paredes after he made an improper merge on westbound I-90. It should have been a simple license, registration, breathe type of stop, but Victor apparently took it as an invitation to test the Civic's survival instincts.
The male driver looks Hispanic, light skin, black hair, with a red and white jacket.
Driver with a red and black jacket to the side.
And there's two vehicles now, and this is defending right in front of me, trying to interfere from this pursuit. We're about 100 miles an hour. The clean vehicles in lane 1.
Harlan and Caroline with them in a student infinity as well.
The Honda has a flat tire, the rear right tire is flat. This car is falling apart from the rear bumper.
Honda has a flat tire falling apart too.
Exiting the High Point. Sorry, we're coming from Highlands when I originally stopped him. He yelled out the window that he has a kid and he's losing control. We're on an off ramp. He's lost control, faced the wrong way.
Yeah, man.
Victor began slicing through lanes, pushing the Civic harder and adding enough reckless moves to give every nearby driver a free adrenaline spike. Just when the trooper was dealing with one problem, Victor's younger brother Daniel rolled in with a silver Infiniti and wedged himself between the patrol car and Victor, like this was a synchronized driving competition no one asked for. The chase only got stranger from here.
They come back westbound from High Point. I took the overtaker from the correct lanes of traffic.
1260, we're starting rolling, slow down. Okay, there it is right there. Okay, easy, easy. It's spinning out. Now it's facing the right way, it's in the ditch. Go, go, go.
Yep, looks like I got one WSP to, looks like Seattle's laying them up. They're stopping here, South Alpha, please.
Victor eventually lost control, spun out, and slid into a ditch. Troopers found a woman and a child in the front seat, both unrestrained but thankfully uninjured. Daniel didn't stick around, but aerial support from Guardian 1 guided troopers and Seattle police right to him. He was stopped, boxed in, and taken into custody without further chaos. 2 brothers, 2 arrests, and 2 cars that definitely need a break. Charges: Victor, fleeing and eluding, reckless endangerment, obstruction. Child, endangerment. Daniel, fleeing and eluding, obstruction. Reckless driving. What started as a simple merge violation turned into a family road trip straight to jail. Neither brother got far, and the paperwork definitely outran them both. November 4th, 2024, Arkansas, around 11 p.m. Trooper Austin Duncan Flemister is on nighttime patrol when a silver sedan blows past him like the speed limit is optional. He merges in behind it, lights it up, and the suspect makes the predictable choice: accelerate instead of stopping. Not the smartest midnight plan.
We're at 142, coming up on 118. I go. Time for TV out, past 118, coming up to Nova Bay. We're going to go over past speed 120, passing on the inside shoulder. Okay, I'm about to be parallel with y'all. I'll get on to 119. 91 to 90 on 3rd. 7. TDI, on this boat, the Delroy Top, TDI. Just getting back in. TDI recovered. 22. Please continue.
Once the patrol car closes the gap, the trooper goes for a first pit attempt. Light contact, the suspect's car shifts, but he manages to recover and keep rolling. ASP stays locked behind him as the trooper backs off slightly, resets the spacing, and waits for the next clean opening to bring this to an end.
Middle one. K90, I'm secondary behind state police. Parker, drop out if you can. We have 30 minutes.
Don't fucking do that! What are you doing?
State police, that's the TDI. We're going to be right before the 121, speed to 101, passing on the shoulder.
Stop!
Speeds are 115 going under the Alco overpass. State TDI right at Burlington. TDI at Burlington, roll over.
Approaching the 121-mile marker, that opportunity finally appears. Duncan Flemister moves into position, makes contact with the rear quarter panel, and performs a clean pit maneuver. The suspect's sedan loses control, rolls over, and lands upright off the shoulder. Troopers move in immediately. The suspect is removed from the vehicle, restrained, and taken into custody without further struggle. The vehicle is cleared, the roadway is secured, and a wrecker is requested for the overturned sedan. No officers or civilians injured, just another precise nighttime stop by Arkansas State Police. The suspect was charged with felony, fleeing reckless, driving speeding 100+ miles per hour, resisting arrest, driving on the shoulder, failure to maintain control, a late-night sprint at 120 miles per hour, one perfectly timed maneuver, and another reminder that Arkansas State Police doesn't play around, especially when Duncan Flemister is leading the chase. On November 21, 2025, in Little Rock, Arkansas, Trooper Loftus was patrolling Interstate 430 southbound when the Little Rock Police Department advised they were pursuing a female driver near Stagecoach Road and Crystal Valley Road. Loftus exited toward Stagecoach and positioned himself to intercept. Moments later, he spotted the pursuit heading east on Crystal Valley Road. He moved in as the primary unit and took over the chase.
Little Rock 1037.
1037 at 815.
To prevent the pursuit from getting any more dangerous, Trooper Loftus pulled alongside on the passenger side and used a controlled tactical vehicle intervention with his front driver's side. Dean's vehicle spun clockwise, hit the curb, and came to rest against a traffic control device at Little Rock Fire Station 24 with no visible damage. Dean was taken into custody immediately and without any further resistance. Officers secured the scene and cleared the roadway. Charges fleeing, reckless, driving failure to stop at a red light, a quick response, a busy intersection, and one well-timed intervention ended the chase before it got out of hand. Dean tried running the light and running from officers, but she ran out of road first. The pursuit ended cleanly, and the fire station sign walked away with the best luck of the day. On November 3, 2025, in rural Howard County, Arkansas, A trooper was patrolling US Highway 371 when he noticed a white Chevrolet Suburban make a sudden right turn onto State Highway 26 without signaling. The SUV also had inoperable brake lamps, never a great combination. When the trooper pulled in behind it and activated his lights, the driver kept going as if none of the traffic laws applied to him. After about a mile of ignoring the lights, the Suburban made it clear the stop wasn't going to be voluntary. The driver, 59-year-old John Morris, turned onto Center Road, a rural gravel road, and pushed the Suburban far harder than any gravel road deserves. He fled at speeds up to 80 miles per hour in a 40 zone, bouncing through curves and leaving a trail of dust behind him. At this point, whatever plan he had was aging like milk in the Arkansas sun. 2 attempted tactical vehicle interventions failed as Morris kept running deeper into the back roads. The chase continued until he looped back towards State Highway 26. Once Morris re-entered Highway 26, the trooper executed a successful pit maneuver, spinning the Suburban and ending the pursuit. The vehicle came to a controlled stop, and Morris surrendered without further resistance. He was taken into custody and transported to the Howard County Detention Facility. Along with the Arkansas charges, deputies discovered he also had an active felony probation violation warrant out of Missouri. Charges: felony fleeing, Missouri felony probation violation warrant, a missing turn signal, bad brake lights, and a sudden burst of speed turned a simple stop into a gravel road chase at twice the limit. Morris ran out of road and options, but the felony warrant certainly caught up with him. In the end, the SUV didn't get far, and neither did he. Thanks for riding the adrenaline wave with us here at Mind Rush. If you're hungry for more heart-pounding action and edge-of-your-seat excitement, don't go anywhere, because we're just getting started. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more mind-blowing moments coming your way soon.